All right, so we're at 190th and Barrel, and today we're going to ride along the alignment of the Redondo Beach Boulevard Metro Vector Transport Project. And it's currently 5:20 p.m. on a Monday, so relatively heavy traffic. And you can see on the right here, this is where the bike lanes on Barrel go towards Redondo Union High. And let's get going. So in the proposed design, you would still have free parking here. They're basically proposing to put a bike lane right where I'm biking right now.
So what we'd like to see is a parking protected bike lane on the right side of the road here as well. You can see as I'm biking along here, if any of these car doors open, that's going to send me into traffic. So we really like to see a similar protected setup on the right side behind the parked cars.
Here we are at 190th and Entradero. The green. So this part now, I keep in mind the right side of the road I'm going now is the city of Torrance, left side is the city of Redondo Beach.
And you see on the right side of the curb here is pretty much all a no parking zone for this block. So this is a real great opportunity to put in some space for a protected bike lane. So there's basically a whole lane width available here.
This is where it's important that the bike lane continues all the way to the intersection. Not everyone likes to ride in the right turn lane. So these are the bike lanes on Onza, goes into Torrance. We're gonna be taking a left through the park here. And here we go. So now we're in the city of Redondo Beach. I'm saying this little path is gonna just bring it out a bit. So great space.
So this kicks out onto Lilienthal, where they're proposing to put a two-way cycle track along the right side of the road here. So this is really nice to see because there's plenty of space, and this is also just south of two schools, elementary school and middle school. So it'll be really nice to have a good connection to those schools for children biking to school. And the two-way cycle track would continue along this block as well. So coming up on the right side here, the cycle track would continue between this wooden fence and the concrete fence in the grassy area on the right. So now we're going to be turning right onto Ripley, and once we make this right turn, the cycle track will continue on the right side of the road, so that'll be a two-way bike path on the school side. That'll really help with the kids biking to school, steer clear of the pickup and drop off car traffic. And in a lot of areas like this, that 30 minutes in the morning and the afternoon is really the worst traffic you'll see in the day. So if kids have safe ways to get to school by bike, that helps remove a lot of that traffic and frees up parents to get to work and do other things.
And so now we're approaching Inglewood Ave. And the two-way cycle track would actually turn left here and follow the left side of Inglewood. So we're going to hop on the sidewalk because that's a lot of traffic. So this green space is city owned, so they're going to put a cycle track along here. Redondo Beach. All right, so now we're at Inglewood and Grant. There are some existing Class 2 bike lanes on Grant. The ones east of Inglewood would get a Class 4 retrofit. Just up north from here, the that same two-way cycle track would connect with the Redondo Beach bikeway that's currently being extended to Inglewood. So that'll be a nice way to get further up and connect Redondo. And here we go. This is funny. It's a merge lane, but there's only one eastbound lane coming this way, so I think that'll get turn into a nice bike lane. Here's the existing Class 2. I'm saying there's not room for protected bike lane.
So straight up ahead here is the South Bay Galleria Mall. So as we turn left here, there would be a two-way cycle track along the right side in this shrubby area. As part of the redevelopment plans for the mall, including some commercial and housing uses, the bike path would be routed through the development, although that's likely going to happen after these street changes.
We got two right turn lanes and two left turn lanes. Right turn through the pedestrian with the left zone. And now we're on our T-jet. So this part, I'm not sure how they're going to connect this, but it's really important because pretty hard to get over to Redondo Beach Boulevard here. All right, so the two-way cycle track would continue along this sidewalk here. I think they're going to make it a bit wider up until you hit off Air Boulevard. A lot better than the road here. Okay, so now we're at Redondo Beach Boulevard and Hawthorne. So now we have the city of Torrance on the right and Redondo on the left. So in this segment, we're proposing class 2 bike lanes, which looks like there's a lot of space here. Really hope we can get definitely class 4. And then likewise, we're proposing class 2 here. There is actually an existing class 2 bike lane on the other side of the road. It stops a lot. Hopefully we can get parking protected bike lanes or something similar around here. Now here we're coming up to the 4 to 5 on ramps on the left. So yeah, not well, actually going westbound the other direction, it's pretty dicey crossing these on ramps here. We got one here, and then some cars coming southbound, and another on the left here, cars going northbound. When those people are taking that left turn, they're not looking for cyclists coming the other way. Okay. Making sure I don't have any room. So now we're coming up on Prairie. This is the corner of the Alondre Golf Course.
All right, so crossing Prairie here. And you can see there's a guy biking on the sidewalk there, which when you don't have any sort of bike infrastructure at all is to be expected because there's really nowhere safe to go. On the left side here is the Alondra Park, which is unincorporated LA County, and on the right side is the city of Torrance. So this is where they're proposing class 2 on the right side where I'm biking, just normal painted bike lane. We'd really like to see that be class 4, or alternatively have the two-way cycle track on the park side continue all the way to Prairie. So either way you have some protected way to get along the whole length. So here's where they're proposing you would be able to switch at Ainsworth to the two-way cycle track on the park side.
We'd like to see parking protected by plan. At least in the part when you don't have the cycle track on the other side. On the entrance to Laundry Park. Miles an hour. See? This is basically the end of the project. You take a left onto the Domingos channel here. Lead REV on two-way cycle track on the other side. I'm just gonna cross. Oh, and this is the Domingos channel right here. So this part is not actually open to the public, but the other north of here, it is. And I think there's a project in the works to continue that down because that can basically take you to Long Beach or Wilmington. That'd be really useful. So this is El Camino College, which is at the terminus of the project on the eastern side. There's a biker who might be interested in this project. And then we got, here comes the red on red.
So I'll show the plans in a second, but this part right here really demonstrates the importance of having a connection to El Camino College itself. This one bridge right here, and getting onto the college campus, you really can't leave it right before then. So it's really important that the project continues all the way to provide good access to El Camino College. So you can see in the plans here, it says there's an option to widen the existing sidewalk on bridge for a multi-use path connection to Stadium Way/college. So that's really important because you can see that there's pretty good access to the Dominguez Channel up north, and then to the two-way cycle track coming from the west side here. But that critical span across the bridge to Stadium Way and the college is really what's needed for a lot of students to be able to commute. So this is where Alondra Park connects up towards the Dominguez Channel. So this path runs next to the El Camino College parking garage on the right, and there's a pond and some baseball fields in the park on the left.
I'm not interested in doing this channel here, except to see these new crossing is unfortunate. We gotta go over here. Okay. We're just gonna slow across. Yeah, that, I don't know, 100 meters that way, there's a crosswalk, but they don't stop at that one either.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the extent of the project. I just wanted to make this video to show what the whole route is like and the kind of opportunities that exist. Here's some extra footage just going back westward down Redondo Beach Boulevard next to the golf course to show where that two-way cycle track would be. And this part along this block is actually part of the South Bay Bicycle Master Plan. It's part of the Torrance City General Plan. It's part of the LA County Bicycle Master Plan and part of the LA Metro Active Transportation Strategic Plan. So we have a lot of plans that all are saying we should put a nice bike lane right down here, make sure it's protected so that all ages and abilities can use it. So hopefully we'll see that all come through to fruition. And so yeah, thanks for watching the video, and I'll put some links to council members you can contact if you're interested in this project, because it can always use some additional support to ensure that we actually get the best project delivered. So yeah, please stay engaged, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.